My name is Melanie, and today I'm going to be giving you a few hacks from a productivity passionista. I'm gonna let you into my little dark secret. Welcome back to Curious Mondays, your weekly dose of inspiration here from Hyper Island. I'm a working mum. I have an incredible team of co-workers I work with. And my main job is to care for them, as well as running a business and having a much wider family of students to care for and to transform with. At the beginning of 2022, I woke up and I could remember lots of things about 2020. We went through a pretty tough year at 2020. And then it was 2022, right? And I realized that I have not been intentional about 2021 at all. So what happened is I survived 2021 and that was it. What I found with Hyper Island is that, we're growing up as a team and we need structure and we need processes. And I thought, you know what? I don't want 2022 to pass any of us by. I decided to start thinking about productivity hacks and some myths around it. And the first one I want to tackle is about sweating the big stuff. What is my ambition? What are my goals? And I was starting with really, really big stuff. And what I found was that I wasn't getting anywhere because, of course, I wasn't prepared for the big stuff because I didn't know what happened in 2021. And you can't prepare for a year if you don't know what's happened the year before. So what I decided to do actually was go through and just really go through the whole of last year. I went through my calendar. I went through little piles of papers I had everywhere. I went through the books I had, I've been meaning to read and hadn't. I went through the things that I'd been subscribing to and really hadn't read. So what I did is actually I sort of looked at my life in the detail and I figured out all the things that were playing in my mind and making me feel guilty, because what I realized is that guilt was stopping me from moving forward. I went through all of that and literally I wrote a list of things. I basically am following the Get Things Done methodology by David Allen. He basically says, you need to sort of recognize that you're going to have things that you do that you're going to be progressing. And there are also things that you have on your list that you're going to do sometime, right? And the problem with putting those two on the same list is the sometime things are continuously saying, are you going to do it yet? Are you going to do it yet? Are you going to do it yet? Right? And so, and your mind is just clouded, so you can't be present with what you have to do. What happens in your brain is that if you're looking at that things to do list, all you're thinking about is the things you haven't done. The brain looks at patterns. The brain analyzes what to do next, according to patterns. And if you continuously are showing your brain a things to do list that you haven't been able to tick off, your brain is just going to see the patterns of, I can't do any of it. I can't do any of it. So it's really important actually to start your week or end your week with deciding what you're going to do the next week, right? And the way I do that, I start with all the meetings I have that week. And then what I do next is I think about the things that I absolutely have to do. And then after that, what I do is I go in and I sort of plan my day. And what that does is it gives your brain the structure. So once my brain has the scaffolding, it's like, okay, I know what is going to go on today. I don't wake up today heavy. It knows the 3 to 5 things I absolutely have to do that day. They're immovable things. It knows the meetings I have, and it knows that I've planned things, right? But I haven't promised myself that I would absolutely do them. So that is the sort of grown-up hack, right? The other thing that I've learned is that I've got to have fun with my planning. Some people watch crappy TV on Netflix, right? What I do actually is I collect stickers. So what I've been doing is saying to myself, I'm going to use the stickers that I have and use my journal as my space for creative expression as well. I spend probably about 10 minutes every day doing the journaling. And I do that in the evening instead of watching Netflix, because you have to decide what you're going to give up, right? And I said, okay, I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up Netflix in the evening, and I'm going to do a little bit of journaling and preparing for the day. Because the reason that I'm journaling like this is because I want to be intentional about my time. I did actually get to the point where I could do my vision board for the year. So one of the things that David Allen says from Getting Things Done is that he said, if it's not fun, you won't do it. If it's not a joyful experience, you won't do it. If your brain is not seeing a pattern of achievement, you won't do it. Once a month, I do take between 2 and 3 hours to structure my month. And again, I'm not doing this so that I'm like regimented against a structure. Understand, I'm doing this because your brain needs to know that it has some kind of structure, that so that when it comes to what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I've got so much on my plate. I've got so much on your plate. The brain actually says, no, it's okay because you've planned it. And then if what you've planned doesn't work, then it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Because you are consciously saying, no, instead of doing what I planned, I'm going to do this instead. So that's it for today's Curious Mondays. If you like the content, remember to subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and stay curious for the whole week. See you next week. Bye.